अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Together. तपोभिः क्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्ष्योऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। Let us chant from 14. Anādya vidya anirvācya. Anādya vidya anirvācya.
Which the slow number?
14.
14. Anādya vidya anirvācya.
Karanopādhiruchyate.
कारणोपाधिरुच्यते
उपाधित्रितयादन्यम्
उपाधित्रितयादन्यम्
आत्मानमवधारयेत्
आत्मानम् अवधारयेत्
पञ्चकोशादियोगेन
पञ्चकोशादियोगेन
तत्तन्मय इव स्थितः
तत्तन्मय इव स्थितः
शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादियोगेन स्फटिको यथा
शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन स्फटिको यथा
वपुस्तुषादिभिः कोशैः
वपुस्तुषादिभिः कोशैः
युक्तं युक्त्यवघाततः
युक्तं युक्तयवदाततः
आत्मानमन्तरं शुद्धम्
आत्मानम् अन्तरं शुद्धं
विविञ्च्यात् तण्डुलं यथा
विचित्यात् तण्डुलं यथा
सदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा
सदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा
न सर्वत्रावभासते
न सर्वत्र अवभासते
बुद्धावेवावभासेत
बुद्धो वेभाव
स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत्
स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत्
देहेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धि
देहोन्द्रियमनोबुद्धि
प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणम्
प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणम्
तद्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं विद्यात्
साक्षिणां विद्या
आत्मानं राजवत्सदा
आत्मानं राजवत्सदा.
Once again, so this till prakritibhyo it is one word, so we're going to say it like that. dehendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo vilakṣaṇam.
dehendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo vilakṣaṇam
tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ vidyāt
tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ vidyāt
ātmānaṃ rājavatsadā.
ātmānaṃ rājavatsadā.
Very good. So, Bhagavan Shankaracharya now beginning to teach us how to get a hold of that Atma, how to recognize that Atma, how to identify that Atma, which has been described in the past so many shlokas. And now that same Anvaya Vyatireka, which we studied last time, an important and not difficult Anvaya Vyatireka. What is continuous is Anvaya. What is discontinuous is Vyatireka. That's all. Finally, that's what it is. Correct? Clay is continuous. Clay always was, is, and will always be there. Discontinuity is all the names and forms. Pot comes, pot goes, etc. Different pot comes. Same pot, in this case, the same pot will not be there also. So, highly discontinuous. In some cases, maybe some continuity will be there. Continuously discontinuous, maximum. But Vyatireka means discontinuity. Anvaya means continuity. So, identifying what is continuous, what is always there, is the exercise we have to do. That is what is Anvaya Vyatireka. Am I continuous or discontinuous? Well, I used to think I was discontinuous, and I am changing all the time. You know, this jayate, asti jayate, vardhate, viparinamati. This is the life of any being, living being. And so I thought I have a date of birth and date of death. This has been deeply entrenched in our mind. Okay, let it serve its purpose. But who said that is paramarthikam? Who said that is absolutely true? It is relatively true. It is empirically true. That's it, empirically true. That means we should ask what is absolutely true. And then who can I be? So that's a process. That is the process we are looking at here. And so that same Anvaya Vyatireka method is being used here. And a form of Anvaya Vyatireka is called Drik Drishya Vivekaha. Shankaracharya wrote another text called Drik Drishya Vivekaha. Means Viveka, the discernment, the clarity of understanding the difference between what and what? Drik and Drishya. Drik and Drishya. Drishya means anything that is seen, perceived, is Drishya. S-E-E-N is Drishya. S-C-E-N-E, seen, that also is Drishya only. All scenes are Drishya. All sounds are Drishya. All smells, tastes, everything, all the things that are being perceived by this person is all comes under the category of Drishya. Then who is the person using it? If we ask who is the entity, that is called Drik. Drik. Drik means Drashta. Drashta means seer. It is often used. Seer. In common parlance, we don't use that word seer. But in Vedanta, we constantly say seer, talker, like that. So seer. That seer, seen discrimination. Or seer, seen discernment. That process is being talked about. I know that whatever I see is not me. It's very crystal clear. Anything I see, anywhere, some person is coming, trees are there, things are there. Once the eyes are open, the whole world is just visible to us. None of them is me, very clear. None of them is me. And same technique is going to be used. Is the body visible to me or not? If the answer is yes, then I have to put this body in the same category of chair, table, tree, house, road, car, everything, the whole planet, solar system and galaxies, it comes under the same category. That is called drishya. Drishya. Then the entity which you cannot put in that category, and to that entity which I use the word I, first person pronoun, singular I, not even we, I. And that I can't put anywhere else. The I is the one that is putting things on the drishya category. So who is that I, if you ask? Well, initially we will say that I is ahankara. Ahankara. That entity which has the I notion, which says things like I woke up today morning at 4 o'clock, who says that I have so many things to do today. That I. Body is not going to say it. Okay. Mind also what? Mind is a bunch of thoughts. Mind also is not saying it. But there is some entity that owns up all these things, the owner of all these things, owner of my thoughts also. I had a dream last night, means what? That means the dream has nothing. Dream is drishya or drik. It has to be drishya only. Drishya, seen. Alright. That's the thinking here. Look at this. So not different from the avasthas we looked at last time. Waking state is not available in dream state. Dream state and waking state are not available in the deep sleep state. That which always exists must be there. It cannot disappear. Even from the thought it can't disappear. That is our idea of Satyam. It's a very, very bulletproof idea. And that's how Shastram drives us to get to that Ātmā. So here look at this. Dehendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo vilakṣaṇam. He is going to talk about Ātmānaṃ vidyāt. At the last words, in the last quarter, you see Ātmānaṃ vidyāt. Vidyāt Ātmānaṃ. May you understand Ātmā. May you know Ātmā. That is the main verb here. Vidyāt. Vidhiling. Ātmānaṃ vidyāt. May you know Ātmā. Alright. How should I know Ātmā? Dehendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo vilakṣaṇam. Vilakṣaṇam means distinct from. Anyam. Earlier we saw Upadi Tritayad Anyam. We saw that, no? Where did we see it? We saw it right here. In shloka number 14. Anadya vidya nirvacha karanopadi ruchyade upadi tritayad anyam. And that anyam is vilakṣaṇam. Whenever there is an upadi, name and form is there, that's it. That means that comes under the drishya category. What is drik? Upadi tritayad anyam, it was said there. Here he is saying vilakṣaṇam, anyam, distinct. Vilakṣaṇam also not only distinct as in a different entity, but also of totally different character. Totally different character. Okay. Alright, let's first see different from what. Let's see that. Dehendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo. Prakrtibhyo means distinct from. Pachami, So distinct from this list he has given. Because this is where the problem is. The problem is right here. I am not sure who I am. And I have taken myself to be the body. So now he says, dehat vilakṣaṇam. Different from the body. The gross body. That there is a shape. That a person, you look at somebody, a person is coming. How do you know a person is coming? Not sukshma shariram is coming. Hey, there is a gross body I can see right there. Shape of a human being, I can see it. And so, that dehat anyam. So, I am different from my gross body. Or annamaya koshat anyam. Or sthula sharirat anyam. Or sthula sharirat vilakṣaṇam. Okay. So, the deha, indriya. Now is getting into this sukshma sharira, which is indriya, mano and buddhi. Indriya, mano, buddhi. Or you can say this panchakosha, if you apply, then you can say, okay, annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, indriya, and then manomaya kosha, and then vidyādātmānaṃ kosha. It's a way of including all of them. So, pranamaya koshat anyam vilakṣaṇam, manomaya koshat vilakṣaṇam, buddhi vidyādātmānaṃ koshat vilakṣaṇam, buddhehe vilakṣaṇam. So, that is the idea he is telling here, vilakṣaṇam. Then prakrtibhyo, there is a word there. That we saw during that sushupti. Sushupti is deep sleep. Deep sleep is when there is no dream and when there is no waking state. Of course, I am not aware of anything. But I am aware of some blankness. How do I know? Well, when I wake up, I do say, I was gone. I slept like a log. Slept like a log means what? I was unaware of what was going on. Not even dream. And that state is called sushupti. So that blankness, that state of blankness is called this prakriti. We saw it last time. Karana shariram, anandamayaha or anandamaya koshaha. I am aware of it. So that what I am aware of becomes drishyam. It is where all my thoughts and all my identity, my ahankara also is unmanifest. It is not gone. It can't be gone. What is gone cannot come back. It's unmanifest. Means it is a seed form. That seed, that bija is karana shariram. That bija is prakriti. It has to be there. Otherwise, how can it can disappear just like that? And I wake up and I'm exactly like I was in the previous day. How is it possible? That something is there. Some continuity is there. It is not manifest. That's all we can say. And it becomes unmanifest. It is not as it was in waking state. It is sleeping. Even that my whole identity is just sleeping. Bija. So prakrtibhyo means anandamaya kosha. So you can say annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vidyādātmānaṃ, anandamaya koshebhyaha. Distinct, vilakṣaṇam. Who is distinct from all these things? Ātmā. Ātmā is distinct from all these things. And then who is Ātmā then? I am distinct, all right. Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ vidyāt. Okay, I am distinct, all right, but who is that I? Okay, that I understand that I as the Sakshi. Sakshi. He is using the word Sakshi. Earlier also I think he used once. I don't remember. Sakshi. Sakshi means what? I am the observer of. I am the perceiver of. I am the witness of. I am the Sakshi of what? I am the Sakshi of this body. From Annamaya onwards, Sakshi of Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. I am the Sakshi of my Buddhi also. I take myself to be the actor. The main actor in my life is me, obviously. And so, even though the actor is the chief minister today, still, even though I am not an actor at all, but in my life I am the actor, correct? We are all actors. And so, that central actor is there. That actor is Buddhi. It is part of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Because Karta, Karta, I did it. I studied there. That is my degree. I did this, I did that. I forgot to do it. That I-ness is the Karta, kingpin. Comes from the Buddhi, because taking ownership. But even that Kartritvam, how do you know you did it? What do you mean, how do you know I did it? How do you know this is your degree? How do you know you got a bachelor's degree? Please tell me. Oh, how do I know I got the bachelor's degree? Do you have to ask your teacher that whether you got your bachelor's degree or not, or what? Who do you have? The degree has to be there in front of you on the wall, only then. No, I don't need the degree. Then what do you need to know? I know it. Okay, good. So you did something, you know what all you did, you know all the sleepless nights you spent, everything I am aware of. Okay, good. So I am aware of everything that happened in the Manaha, Buddhi, all thoughts, all confusions, all doubts, all clarifications, everything I was aware of. Why? Because that is my nature, is to be aware of it. Awareness is my nature. I cannot be unaware, impossible. I can forget things, but forgetting, because it's a function of the mind. Mind is also limited like so many other things. Eyes get cataract, what to do? So like that mind also. Some minds are very good. They just remember everything from the young age. Some minds have difficulty remembering if they had dinner or not. That also is there, what to do? So that is the function of mind. But I am aware of all those things. And so, that alright, that awareness is the consciousness, that is the Ātmā, that is Chaitanyam. That thank God for that Chaitanyam. I am aware, constantly aware, but I take it for granted. I am unaware of that awareness, correct? I am unaware of that. Can we say something like that? I have never said this before, but now I am saying it. I am unaware of that awareful nature of myself. I constantly talk about the things we do, we need to do, all the struggles, all the traumas, all the things going on in life. We talk about, but that which provides me the awareness of all these things I do is this Ātmā, who is the tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. Look at that. That is what he is saying, Sakshi of vritti. Now what is a vritti? Generally we use the word vritti for all thoughts. A thought is a vritti. Any thought. Fleeting thought or just thought that is stuck, everything is a vritti only. Emotions, vrittis. Decisions, vritti. Confusion, vritti. Sadness, vritti. Generally. But here, tadvṛtti, he is using the word vritti for activity. Activity of the body, activity of the indriya, activity of the manaha, buddhi. Everything is vṛttisākṣi. I am the sakshi of all activities. All activities done by these mayas, annamayadi. I am the sakshi. So, tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. Somewhere, Atmabodha somewhere I had read all the activities, snana, all the vyaparas of the body, I am the sakshi of. All the vyaparas of the sense organs, we got caught up. But for a second, if I step back, I am the sakshi of all the activities of the sense organs. And so, they all come into the mind, and the mind processes everything. There are no 5 processing centers, even though science may look at the brain differently. Where are the eyesight, where is that processed? All that they can figure out. But finally the mind, there is one entity that is processing everything. How do you know it is one entity? Because look at this. You see a flower. And then you say it's a rose. Then you're not sure. Because these days anything is possible. These days means what? Why should I say these days? Okay, so many things are artificial. And so we don't know. It looks like a flower. I need to check up. So what do? I have to get the flower. Smell it like this. Then it sounds like, then it's definitely rose. Nothing else can have this kind of aroma. Then there is a doubt. What is the doubt? This aroma business also, the perfume industry has finished off the whole thing. This natural thing, natural and all, these days it's all, you have to, how natural it is, you have to ask. Is it half natural, half synthetic? You have to ask. So then you're not sure. Then what do you have to do? You have to touch the petal. Then you touch the petal. Then you say, this has got to be Bhagavan's creation. That also they will try to make some velvet out of something. But still, you have to touch it, and then you say, yeah, this is rose. This is a real rose. So what? All the data is coming in. And the mind is processing it. And then deciding. So there is one central processing unit out there which has to process all the data. And so this one guy has to be sitting behind, which has to simultaneously process all the data. Can't be two different things. Many different things can't be possible. No point in just the eyesight being processed and then processor is sitting there. Okay, at least if science says there are multiple processors, the multiple has to join hands and then it has to hand over to a single processor, correct? Hand over the 5 processors output to a single processor. Otherwise connection is not possible. It's all different things. It's like our multi-speciality hospitals. You go there and these fellows are atrocious. I don't know how we have driven ourselves to this. Nobody takes ownership to this body. And you get admitted for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Everybody, gastroenterologist comes, nutritionist comes. You only talk about nutrition. Gastro, only stomach. The neurologist, he goes all the way to the brain. And you ask them, what is my problem? Nobody talks about it. Everybody talks this. Hey, finally, is there one person who knows what is happening to my body? Nobody is able to say it. Good hospitals, you may find somebody, one doctor, maybe a pulmonologist, because I got admitted due to the breathing problem. So he or she should take charge. If necessary, okay, see a neuro. If necessary, see somebody else for some other problem. But I will take responsibility for you. That person, sometimes hard to find in these hospitals. So it sounds like this. It can't be like that. The head can't be like that. And so, once it happened, I watched for all these things. I asked somebody, doctor, who is responsible finally for this person? And sometimes they don't like all these questions. You're coming and flying and going out. One doctor did that, pulmonologist. Comes in, good, he just 1 minute, he just walks away. It is not there to even talk. Anyway, that's the idea. So that suddenly I was reminded of that. And so, but our mind can't be like that. So here, vritti sakshi. Atma is the sakshi of the vritti. Tam tadvṛtti. Say samasa. So tesham. Tadvṛtti. Tesham means of those panchakoshanam or shariratrayanam. Panchakoshanam is better here. Panchakoshanam vrittinam sakshi tam vijaniyat. Okay. So, may you understand Atma as the sakshi, witness. Okay, witness of these activities that are going on in the body. Ātmānaṃ, tam ātmānaṃ, aham pratyaya aspadam. Look at that. Padmapada. Aham pratyaya aspadam. He is very careful. The Tikakara. He says, I means don't say it is ahankara. It is the aspadam. It is the basis. It is that which gives support to ahankara also. Aham pratyaya aspadam, because aham pratyaya is the kingpin. The kingpin is the guy who owns up everything. This is my family, mother, my father, my children, my extended family. This is my resume. Oh my God, my resume is running to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. If you allow me, I can write 10-page resume also. These days they say you can't do that, and resume should be short and sweet. And I am tempted to write more and more. Why? Aham pratyaya is there. That is who I am. Every year I am accumulating some experience or the other, especially if one is working. And so they have to write all this. It took me a while to understand. You have to write all your accomplishments down, because suddenly somewhere job loss will be there and you have to apply for a job. Then what do? You can't scratch 5 years back what I did. You can't say like that. If you have done so much, you better write it all down. So that aham pratyaya, that is I. But that the aspadam, the awareness behind the I, that sakshi behind the I, aham pratyaya aspadam. Menon sir says that. Okay, kutastha asanga chidrupam. The words they are all using. They like to use all these words. Kutastham, asangam. Just reminding us that Atma is asangam. Kutastham means what? Kutavat tishtati iti. That which just unmoving. So I was talking about those words that P.N.P. Menon sir is writing. And so Kutastham is Kutastham, Kutavat tishtati, unmoving. That is the only thing that is steady, always there. So that word is Kutastha. Asanga chidrupam, of the nature of awareness, is using that word chidrupam. So that Atma, which is of that nature, swam. Then he uses the word swam. Just don't look around for this chidrupam and all. Don't look, because already we said it is drik, not drishya. So drishya means I can't be searching for it. Swam, it is I. It is I. And so that Atmanam, how should I know it? Rājavatsadā. One example Shankaracharya gives. Rajavat. Raja is king, you know. So, Rajavat. Just like the king, in the presence of the king. Presence of the king. King has to be present, that's all. And then all activities. The king is witness to all governance activities, all activities that are going on in the country. King, those days king, you know, king. These days you have to give some other example. Like the head of the country, the presence of the head of the country, everything should happen. The head need not keep on saying do this, do that, like that. It's not needed. So that is the idea here. So that presence is so important. That is why when somebody, if the head of the country passes away, or something happens, then immediately there will be something in the constitution which will say immediately there must be a backup. The VP has to become the prime minister, the deputy president, the whatever deputy prime minister has to become the prime. Some rule must be there. Why? Because that position is so important. That presence is so important. Headless country not possible. At least namke vaste somebody should be there. So here rājavatsadā rājavat ātmānaṃ. Sada rājavat means always like this, uninvolved. That is why Menon sir is saying asangam. Sada rājavat bhavati ityartaha vartate ityartaha. Sa rājavatsadā vidyādātmānaṃ vidyāt. Rajavat means what? Like Raja. Vat means Raja. Like. Here vatu it is vat. It is what is the pratyaya? I am forgetting. This vat, there are many pratyayas. Tavatu is there, matup is there, vatup is there, and then there is a vat that is like ghatavat, like the pot. Patavat, like a cloth. Rajavat, like Rajan, Raja. Alright, so that's the idea here. Okay, pradhanadi vyapara. Okay, sakshinam.
Excuse me, Guruji, Aspadam is awareness?
Aspadam is the support of, aham pratyaya aspadam. I have an idea of aham, I. My current idea of I is I have done a lot of things, I have done this, I am a karta, I am a bhokta. But this is the support of even the karta. This is the support of the bhokta also. This is what sustains the karta and the bhokta. That is that chidrupam. Aham pratyaya aspadam. The substrate, I don't want to use the substrate, but that which is behind, the adhishtanam, that's better. Adhishtanam of the aham pratyaya. Now what is adhishtanam? I think we all know. Like clay is the adhishtanam of this pot. Clay is the support of this pot. Clay is the essence of the pot. So you can say essence also.
So is it vati pratyaya, Guruji? Vati?
Vati, I think. You're kriya ched vati. Correct, you're right.
Tena tulyam kriya ched vati.
Tena tulyam kriya ched vati. That's it. Vati. Vati only it is. All right. So let's look at the translation. Okay, translation. One should understand that the Ātmā is distinct from the body. Ātmā is distinct from the body, senses, mind, intellect, and leave it at prakriti and prakriti. Or you can say karana shariram also is fine, but you understand it. From the body, senses, mind, intellect and prakriti, and is the witness of all their activities, and is the witness of all their activities, just as the king is always now everything else is in parenthesis, brackets, is always, after always brackets begin, witness to the activities of governance. That we are adding.
Excuse me, could you kindly repeat the last part?
Just as the king is always, within brackets, witness of the activities of governance, or witness to the activities of governance. Just as the king is always, within brackets, witness to the activities of governance. One should understand that Ātmā is distinct from the body, senses, mind, intellect and prakriti, and is the witness of their activities, just as the king is always witness to the activities of governance. Okay. Next shloka. Okay, good. व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा
व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा
व्यापारी वा विवेकिनाम्
व्यापारि वा विवेकिनाम्
दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु
दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु
धावन्निव यथा शशी
धावन्नीव यथा शशी
व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा
व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा
व्यापारी वा विवेकिनाम्
व्यापारि वा विवेकिनाम्
दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु
दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु
धावन्निव यथा शशी.
धावन्नीव यथा शशी.
Yeah. So I wanted to say a couple of things for the previous shloka. This drik drishya viveka I mentioned. So I said Shankara has written a text, not Shankara, Vidyāranya Muni actually. So drik drishya viveka. So you write this shloka down. This is an important shloka to memorize. Rūpam drishyam lochanam drik. Rūpam drishyam lochanam drik. Rūpam drishyam lochanam drik. Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ.
tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ.
Correct. Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. I hope you're all writing down, right? tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. 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 Rūpam drishyam lochanam drik. Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. दृश्याधिवृत्तयः. 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 Two words. दृश्याधिवृत्तयः. साक्षी. दृश्याधिवृत्तयः साक्षी. दृगेव. दृगेव न तु दृश्यते. दृगेव न तु दृश्यते. Okay. So Ramuji has written it down. Okay. Alright, that's correct, spelled correctly. Alright. So let's look at this. Rupam drishyam. Lochanam drik. Just look at the shloka. Drishyam, I said, whatever is perceived is drishyam. Whatever is not is the drik. So he's saying, Rupam drishyam. Whatever names and forms you see, objects. Rupam means form, Form means object. Whatever I see is drishyam. Then who is the seer? Drik. Lochanam drik. Lokṣaṇam. Lochanam. Okay. I. Okay. Chakshuhu. Chakshuhu is the drik. I is the seer of all these things. I means you should include all the other sense organs. But I. Upalakṣaṇam. Then what? Rupam drishyam lochanam drik tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. Hey, tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ means lochanam also, by the way, is drishyam. You thought it was drik? No, wait. It is drishyam. I also is drishyam only. Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. Then who is the drik? Tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ. 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 Drik. The seer is mind. Okay. Shall we stop there? No, don't stop there yet. Drishyādhivṛttayaha. A mind is all vrittis, one after the other. Dhi means buddhi vrittayaha. That vritti, thought, it's all going all over the place. My mind is all over. My mind is racing. It's very sad when people say mind is racing. You know why it is sad? Because we have made it like that. We have just driven our children, and the children can't sit properly for 5 minutes. 5 minutes you can't sit properly. At least children can't sit properly for 5 minutes, I can understand. What about adults? Okay. Anyway, this is all dhivrittayaha. Drishyaha dhivrittayaha. All these thoughts that I am racing, how do you know my mind is racing? Because they are drishyaha. They are all the objects of perception. Dhivrittayaha. Then sakshi. Then sakshi drigeva. Sakshi drigeva. Then there is something called sakshi. This tadvṛttisākṣiṇaṃ vidyādātmānaṃ. That sakshi is the drik. The final ultimate drik. Then what about sakshi? Is sakshi now, can you say it is drishyam? Drigeva natu drishyate. Natu drishyate. The sakshi cannot be seen. It can never become an object. No chance. Because I is still sitting. I is there constantly. Never ever objectified. So that shloka I wanted to mention. What is the shloka? Rupam drishyam lochanam drik tadrishyam driktu manasam drishyādhivṛttaya sakshi drigeva natu drishyate. This is number 1, first shloka of a text called Drik Drishya Viveka. And then he goes on and he elaborates on that. Okay. Then one more I have to mention. One more. Okay. This sakshi vilakṣaṇam and all we saw somewhere. We saw somewhere recently. Any guesses?
The definition, Dita, Ditaha, Avastatraya, Ditaha, that definitions.
Okay, now good, pretty good. So the definition what she is talking about is Ātmā kaha. Student is asking what is Ātmā, and then the teacher is saying, then sthula sukshma karana sharirat vyatiriktaha, and then panchakosha vilakṣaṇaha. So there vilakṣaṇam came. Okay, and then Avasthatraya Sakshi. Look at that. Avasthatraya Sakshi. That's the word Sakshi also came. Good.
Tebhyo vilakṣana sakshi.
Somebody said Tebhyo vilakṣana Sakshi. That is number 2. So we saw in Kaivalya Upanishad.
Kaivalya.
Trisu dhāmasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet. Tebhyo vilakṣana Sakshi. Chinmatroham Sadashivaha, like that it comes. Kaivalya Upanishad,
Vivekachudamani, it comes in two places.
number 16 or 17 it comes. Okay, these things you have to connect. Okay, Vivekachudamani also it comes.
35 and 61. 61.
Okay, 35 chant ma.
Asti kaschit swayam nityam ham pratyaya lambanaha avastatre sakshi sanne panchakosha vilakṣaṇaha.
That's it. That's it. Make a
Then
note.
yoyam atma swayam jyotihi. That is the 61.
And chant it completely. Chant it completely.
योऽयम् आत्मा स्वयं ज्योतिः पञ्चकोशविलक्षणः अवस्थात्रयसाक्षी सन्निर्विकारो निरञ्जनः सदानन्दः स विज्ञेयः स्वात्मत्वेन विपश्चिता विज्ञेयः.
Good. So, these words are not new to us. Sakshi, vilakṣaṇaha, distinct. And it is so distinct. It is not like water is distinct from fire. It is not even like that. Water and fire, no connection at all. Microphone and speaker also no connection, really speaking. One is input device, other is output device. And you can't replace one with the other and all. Even there, even though both are required for this class to happen, and still, they also are different. It is not even like that. It is not at all like that. Then what is it? Like what? Well, that we know. Consciousness, what are the 5 features of consciousness? It is not a product, property or part of the body. Or we can do it the other way. The Panchabhautikam, every product has 5 attributes. What are the 5 attributes? Panchabhautikam, every object is made up of 5 Panchabhutas. Means made up of anything. Periodic table of elements are there, 100 and some elements, 120 or whatever it is today. And so that's it, Panchabhautikam. What about Ātmā? Apanchabhautikam. Then what? Then Sagunam. Drishyam is Sagunam. Karyam is Sagunam. Jagat is Sagunam. What about Ātmā? Nirgunam. This is the vilakṣaṇam. Vilakṣaṇam means immediately you must be able to. Savikaram, subject to change, constantly changing. What about Ātmā? Nirvikaram. Then what? Then two more things. Agamapayi is there. Agamapayitvam means coming and going, changing, is part of changing. But appears and disappears and it has no permanent existence. What about Ātmā? Anagamapayitvam. It is not coming and going. Sada word is there. So that is a vilakṣaṇatvam. Totally different. And then one is mithya, the other is satyam. Means what? Dependently existing world. What about Ātmā? It doesn't depend on anything for its existence. That is why it is called satyam. That kind of vilakṣaṇam it is. It is not ordinary vilakṣaṇam. It is not like the parent saying, oh, my daughter and son, they are 2 different things. 2 different people altogether. Not like that also. Alright. Now we can, one more thing is there, I wanted to mention it. In Kathopanishad we saw a beautiful mantra. You write it down. If you take a couple of minutes extra, it's fine. Write this down. Some of you are new. You won't know this. Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi. Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi. Viddhi. Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi. Shariram rathamevatu. I mean, you all should know all this by now, I hope. Shariram rathamevatu. You can guess what's going on. Shariram rathamevatu. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. Manaha pragraham evacha. Manaha pragraham evacha. manah prakraham cha indriyani hayan ahuhu. Indriyani hayan ahuhu. Indriyani hayan ahuhu. Vishayan teshu gocharan. Vishayan teshu gocharan. Vishayan teshu gocharan. Then next line. Atmendriyamanobuddhihi. 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 Bhokta iti ahuhu. Bhokta iti ahuhu manishinaha.
Pasted in the chat.
Yeah. Bhokta iti should be combined. Bhoktetyahur manishinaha. Like that, Sandhi will work. Bhoktetyahur manishinaha. Bhoktetyahur manishinaha. I'll explain. You will write. If you missed any words, you will get it now. Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi. We studied this in Kathopanishad. It is Shloka number is what, Ramuji?
133.
133. Okay.
133 and 4.
133 and 4. Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi shariram rathamevatu. There is a chariot. Imagine a chariot. Just the olden days chariot. Okay. And that chariot is, imagine that to be the body. Body, as in human body. Shariram rathamevatu. We'll come back to Ātmānaṃ later. Then, so chariot is the body. Then, Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi, shariram rathamevatu. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. There's a, what about the chariot here? Yeah, think of that buddhi, this buddhi, intellect, as that sarathi. Sarathihi. Alright. Manaha pragrahamevacha. Then what about mind? The sarathi is holding on to the reins, that ropes to which the horses are tied, that he has to hold. All 5 horses. Okay, you can imagine 5 horses. That guy is called the buddhi. And the ropes are called mind. Manaha pragrahamevacha. That thing that connects the charioteer to the horses, that is the mind. Manaha pragrahamevacha. Then indriyani hayan ahuhu. Haya means horse. Some connection is there also. Anyway, English Sanskrit. Indriyani hayan ahuhu. Those 5 horses, think of them as 5 sense organs. Vishayans teshu gocharan. Then their horses' heads are never like this. Each horse is going all over like this. And so what are they looking for? Whatever they are looking for is called Vishayan. Means things. Things that the sense organs go after. And that's why they put all this, something they call it, blinders or what, some name you have to find out, blinders. Because they don't want these horses to simply keep looking all over the place. Just stay focused. One thing is good, whether we are focused or not, we want horses to be focused, Whether we are obedient or not, we will take our dogs to obedience training. In India, I don't know if it is there or not, but US and all, it is there. Anyway, so, okay, Vishayans teshu gocharan. Then Ātmā, let's come back to Ātmā. First word, Ātmānaṃ rathinam vidhi. Then where is this Ātmā? There is a guy sitting behind the charioteer in that block, in that particular cubicle, and that guy for whom the entire setup is meant for is Ātmā. Like that, this shloka says. And then Atmendriyamanobuddhiprakṛtibhyo bhoktetyahur manishinaha. That is all mixed up. When you mix up all these things, then this guy takes himself to be the karta, I won the war. He takes him to bhokta experience. I won the war, therefore let's party. Major experience. War itself was an experience. Post-war also is an experience. So bhokta iti ahuhu. Manishinaha. People who know the body and Atma well, they say this, it seems. Anyway, this we have studied before, but it's good to memorize it. We teach it to children. They understand it. They like similes and all that. They are good at imagining. So it's good. People who are conducting children's camps, think about it. What age group you want to say it and all you. I think all age groups you can somehow say it. Chariot, and so make it interesting for them. The wheels of the chariot are the legs of the body. Like that, you just say something. Okay. All right. That is that. All right. Good. So, we chanted this sloka. Next sloka, which is Vyāpriteshu Indriyeshu Ātmā. If you want to split the words, it must be what? Vyāpriteshu Indriyeshu Ātmā. 3 words are stuck together. Okay. And then after that, Vyapari is 1 word. Iva is another word. Then Avivekinam is a 3rd word there. So 6 words are there in that first half of the shloka. 6 words are there. Okay. Then Drishyate is 1 word. Abhreshu is the other word. Dhavatsu. Then Dhavan is 1 word. Iva is another word. Dhavan Iva. Dhavan Iva. Okay, this is by the way. All right. So, I think I should just continue this in the next class because there's a lot to talk about. We'll see it in the next class. Okay, nice example and all he's giving. Beautiful example. So. Om Āpadāmapahartāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokābhiramam Shriramam Bhūyo Bhūyo Namamyaham Kāle Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithivī Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitaha Brahmanas santu nirbhayaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
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 ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.